Guys, I think it's about time that I confess about me and about things about me and about how I get things done. Now, I'm saying this because it's kind of obvious that someone from the ghetto could not have the kind of life that I've had, could not have had the kind of breakthroughs that I've had unless they had external powers or external forces on their side or helping them achieve the things that they set out to do. So I thought it's about time that I stop hogging all the glory for all the work and all the successes that I have. And I think it's about time to confess that all these things that I do, all these achievements, all these successes that I get are not the works of my hands alone. These are the work that I do in partnership with my good friend Jesus. Yes, I'm very spiritual. I've had a very spiritual journey in my life, and it's been an experiment, on and off experiment, and it's about time that we acknowledge the power of God and the power of God to lift a man from obscurity to a place where they are rewarded for their maybe diligence, competence, and stuff like that. Now, uh, this has always been my pattern. This has always been my pattern. I would pray. I would get really serious with God. We become really close, become really good friends, and then He will give me whatever I was praying for, whatever I wanted. He will give it to me, and once He gives it to me, and because God works the way God works, He gives me far exceedingly from what I expected. I end up forgetting how I got there, and I end up forgetting God. It's what happened with the first organization that I opened, volunteer organization that I opened, international volunteer organization that I opened. That's what happened to it. I forgot God, forgot how I came to own or to run an international volunteer organization. That it was by the power of God. So I forgot, and happened and it happened. Again, I went back to God, said I was sorry, confessed my sins, said that I'm going to be a good boy from now on, and God gave me the idea of starting Mathare Legal Aid and Human Rights Advocacy. It's a community-based organization in Mathare slum, and I started activism in regards to it. And my activism got really good. My work got really good. I got to even travel because of it. I got to go to as far as Mozambique for my training as an organizer. I was trained in Mozambique as an organizer. So yeah, my activism, my profile grew, and as my profile grew, the farther I went from God. And of course, at some point, I forgot that this is how I got here. That I got here by prayer. I got there by prayers. Always speaking to God. Always apportioning everything to Him. I forgot, and I slid into alcoholism. And this alcoholism just got finished. It started sometimes in 2020, no, sometimes in 2019, midway, just before I lost my job as a programs officer at Power 254. And went up until 2022, July. I quit alcohol in July 2022, July 26th, 2022. That's when I quit alcohol. I had become that kind of alcoholic that you will never ever believe that I don't drink anymore. It was that bad. I will go to wines and spirit, and instead of me, once the seller sells me the alcohol, I can't open it myself. He or she has to open it for me because of how much I'm shaking. Uh, yeah, and they're one of the reasons why I want to confess about the help that God gives me and the help and the friendship that and the fruits of my friendship with my man Jesus. If I was to, what did I want to say? Yeah, if I was to quantify about my journey, if I was to tell you how far I have come, I think, yeah, part of the reasons I wanted to confess about what Jesus has been doing for me, or what my relationship with God has been, and how my spiritual life has given birth to the kind of life that I'm living today, is because of what He has done for me and what He has done in my pursuit for things that I love and the purposes that I find important and that I pursue in my life. Uh, Part of the reason I want to confess is so that you can understand, because I can't understand myself. It's so that you can understand how someone like me could quit alcohol. Because it's impossible for someone like me to quit alcohol unless there was some big forces out there working towards me getting out of that shit. Because that hellhole, that monkey on your back or on your shoulder to get it out. Yeah, and also part of the other reason I want to explain this, and I want to confess about what God has done for me over the past, is because it's also to be able to explain how someone from the slum can come out and build an international organization. Whereas a year before he opens that international organization, he was a 28 years old guy who never stepped outside Nairobi for long trips outside Nairobi. The farthest I had gone outside Nairobi is to Nyeri and to Murang'a. Before 28, I had never been outside Nairobi, and that 28 is when I went to Kisumu, the farthest I've ever gone. So, for me to be able to explain those things, it's only possible for if we were to include someone else who kind of helps me get these things done. And it's also part of the reason why I believe that I'm going to be very successful with this brand, because I'm in tune with God and we are in the same relationship since July 26th. I haven't stepped outside of July 26th, 2022. I haven't stepped out of His presence, and it's been a lovely journey. And I want to see how far we can go. And most beautiful about this journey this time around, is that it's documented. Is that it's not only me who is going to be a witness to what God does, but we are both going to be a witness to what God does. And I know that many people are going to be encouraged by that. And I know that God is going to be happy with me in regard to that. I got this idea about starting a section or an episode in regard to my spiritual journey yesterday in my prayers, because I have two prayer sessions. I have the morning ones and the evening and the night one. And it was during the night one that gave me this idea about starting the organic radical episodes and also these episodes. And to testament, like I was saying in another video, that I never lack ideas, because they keep streaming down on me until I say stop. Like, those are enough ideas, let me work on this first, and then you're going to shower me with more ideas. But it's lovely, and I am happy that I'm keeping my promise in regard to setting up an episode to give glory where glory is due. Glory is due to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Holy One of Israel. the God of my covenant.